तो मेरा ख्याल है क्वेश्चन भी होंगे बहुत से। तो जो पोजिशनैलिटी का मुझे, ये थोड़ी सी क्यूरियोसिटी है, मुझे अंदाजा तो है पोजिशनैलिटी को आपने बड़ा अच्छा
Professor Kapoor, obviously, because tell me to declare where I'm sort of coming from. Because obviously, हम अगर एक चीज को research करें, अगर हम एक चीज को इतनी time से देख रहे हैं, the way we look at those things is also shaped by how we are brought up.
हाँ
So it
यशवी,
is
मुझे
very
मुझे
important.
ये वो सवाल था जिसका जवाब मुझे पता था। जी माहिर।
Hi, Ashvi. It was a brilliant
Hello.
session. It was lovely
Thank you.
listening to you. But like, I have a question. I know how you progressed the conversation from how the trauma was there, the trauma of displacement, the trauma of not having a sense of belonging when it happened. But in my opinion, now that I am personally, I have more Indian friends than I have Pakistani friends. And being with them, that trauma plays absolute no role in our lives. We don't even have a memory of it. And to be honest, this is representation of art in our generation, or the friends around me, they've understood how these people are trying to show a selective memory, or how it is an unresolved, basically it's a biased form of an education, where we're just reinforcing blame and we're just reinforcing nationalism on many levels, and we understand that in today's generation. And then there
Yeah.
is a saying कि जिसके साथ होता है उसको पता होता है. We didn't
Mm.
experience that trauma. We didn't
Mm.
experience any sense of displacement. तो हमारी generation को उसका trauma है भी नहीं.
Correct. Correct.
Um, so don't you think कि इससे हमें थोड़ा ज़्यादा realistic approach लेना चाहिए than just blaming the trauma in our lives, or just
Yeah.
blaming the form of art? I think in today's generation, people have a greater understanding of the difference between a representation of an art and the realism. What's the difference
Mm.
between the two? तो उसमें there are many examples. There's Slovakia और Czech Republic का example है जिसे the
Yeah.
velvet divorce कहा जाता है, for the
Mm.
reason they had such a peaceful
Mm.
partition. या फिर
Mm.
जैसे जर्मनी या फ्रांस ने किया by having like a shared historical textbook and
Mm.
cultural student exchanges या border cultural programs. Don't you think like in terms of us being students, that should be
Yeah.
our approach than just blaming the trauma, or just basically unresolved historical narrative को
Yeah.
exploit करने के बजाय.
Correct. I think, like you mentioned, the way the narratives are kind of mentioned are very, very politicized for both Pakistan and India. I feel like you gave me examples of things happening in Europe also. I feel like it's very complex for us here because I think culturally we were.
यशवी, यशवी आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही, म्यूट हो गए हो आप शायद। यशवी डिस्कनेक्ट हो गई है।
तो आवाज आ रही है.
सर के साइड में प्रॉब्लम है।
I think.
यशवी आप करें।
Sorry. Okay. So
सर
as I
हमें
was
तो आ रही
saying,
थी आवाज उनकी।
सर को हमारी आवाज नहीं आ रही है आई थिंक।
हाँ, I
अच्छा
think
मैं सर को
हमारी.
कॉल कर लेती हूँ। आप
Okay.
यशवी आप
yeah.
आंसर
So
नहीं, अब आ रही है, अब आ रही है।
ओके ओके
okay. Cool.
It's okay.
Cool. So, like I was saying, that I don't think it comes down to blaming anyone or kind of villainizing one part of the front. The whole point of the presentation and my approach was to come up with critical mechanisms of looking at the way partition itself has been represented on both sides. And I think the first step in the right direction would be sort of opening the way we consume media on both ends, right? So I don't think people know that there is work done on the Indian side, there is work done on the Pakistani end, and like you said, obviously the newer generations. I'm still part of the newer generation that was relatively unaffected by the partition, but I still feel like that does come from a sense of being detached from the reality because I come from South India, where nothing has really happened for me to even think about this, right? But I do know for a fact that I have spoken to a lot of people who have been second generation and third generation partition survivors that still have mental illnesses going on genetically. They still have PTSD from the partition. So I would say that there are people that are unaffected by the event, but then there are also generations that have been silenced for the longest time. There's this other book called Partition Stories, which is written by Kavita Puri. That's like a oral historic account of how things were done. So there are people from Pakistan, there are people from India. So if I were to answer your question, I'd say that like you rightfully mentioned, that there needs to be more work done together from the Indian and the Pakistani end. There needs to be more scholarly work that sort of comes out for more credibility from both the ends, that kind of become like this common ground where people can interact, and there's room for discourse when it comes to approaching the aftermath of the partition. So yeah, I hope I answered your question.
Okay. Ikra, are you there?
जी जी आपने
जी।
मुझे यशवी अस्सलाम वालेकुम टू ऑल। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यशवी, आपने बहुत अच्छा जो है वो प्रेजेंट किया। आपने बहुत अच्छी प्रेजेंटेशन आपकी थी और उसको एक्सप्लेन आपने बहुत अच्छा किया। लेकिन डोंट यू थिंक कि मैं बस इस पे बात करना चाह रही थी कि जो पार्टीशन के इफेक्ट्स हैं, आई डोंट थिंक सो कि अभी तक पाकिस्तान पे एंड हुए हैं। we are still facing like the river issues and the things we are still facing after the partition, that are the after effects of the partition that still we are facing. तो मैं इस पे थोड़ा सा आपसे एक्सप्लेनेशन चाह रही थी।
अच्छा, सो आई थिंक मैंने सबसे पहले ही यही मेंशन किया था कि पार्टीशन के जो कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस हैं हम अब तक भुगतते आ रहे हुए हैं। सो I would say that definitely the impact on Pakistan is going to be a lot more than it is going to be on India, in my opinion, from whatever research I've done, because the foundation of Pakistan, the foundation of the idea of Pakistan is still very new to what India has been, right? So India has been in the equation for as long as we can imagine, which is why we were all the same nation, right? So I would say that obviously Pakistan, even after the partition, sort of saw the West versus East Pakistan war also. So I think it really comes down to how the nation was built, and how differently it was built in different circumstances. So definitely, I feel like the impact is a lot more on Pakistan, because it's also the consequences of it's also a consequence of dividing the land. So
ठीक।
yeah.
जी शुमाइला।
यशवी, बहुत अच्छा प्रेजेंट किया आपने और बड़ा अच्छा टॉपिक है। अच्छा, मैंने पूछना ये था कि आपने ओरल हिस्ट्रीज का भी जिक्र किया है ना आपने, एक
हाँ।
तो वो थीम्स निकाले जो हमारा मीडिया से आपने लिए, इधर से भी और उधर से भी। तो आपकी जो ओरल हिस्ट्रीज थी वो सिर्फ इंडियन लोगों से थी या पाकिस्तान के भी उसमें आपने कोशिश की किसी से उनके पर्सपेक्टिव्स भी ले? नंबर वन। और नंबर टू, आपने देखा कि जो मतलब, क्योंकि मैं मूवीज अब नहीं देखती, लेकिन जो मैंने पहले देखी है उसमें बहुत ही एक्सट्रीमिज्म है, जैसे कि हमारी टेक्स्ट बुक्स में है हम मजलूम हैं, उधर आप मजलूम हैं, इधर हम आपकी साइड भी हम जालिम हैं, हमारी साइड पे आप हैं। तो आपने वो सारी चीजें जो हैं वो हमें उसमें भी नजर आती हैं, मूवीज और ड्रामास में भी, ओरल हिस्ट्रीज में। और फिर आपने जो ड्रामास और मूवीज के थीम्स निकाले उसमें लगा आपको कोई कोरिलेशन है, या मतलब एक जैसी चीजें ही आपको नजर आई?
Okay. So first thing I'd like to say is that obviously the way I sort of interacted with this, one limitation of my project was that this is only 1 year long. So I didn't really take any interviews for this because of the duration of the time. So whatever I sort of went through were platforms that were relatively unbiased. So the new platforms on the partition, let's say you take Project Dastan, let's say you take 1947 archive. These were things that I got immediate access to because this was available to me at the time. So obviously, I would say that access to Indian projects on oral histories was a lot more to me than on Pakistani projects. But with how these projects carry out themselves, a lot of their oral histories are from the past. So there are perspectives from Pakistan as well. There are perspectives from Bangladesh as well, and there are perspectives from Sindh also. So I mean, because I didn't have enough time to kind of dig very deep into finding sources that are more closer to Pakistan. I did try to find Indian sources that were relatively unbiased in terms of voicing people's oral history. So I think that was first part of your question. Second part, I think you were absolutely right that both sides are waiting to just blame particular communities that I mean, for India, even today, because of how things, because of the aftermath of the partition, there's still a lot of Islamophobia. There is a lot of hate that's being instigated against Muslims, given given the government that's also been in the power for the past 2 terms. So I think ideally जो होना चाहिए था कि सब चीजें इवॉल्व हो, सब चीजें अच्छे से represent की जाए, but I think it's only getting more political from here. So I'd say I don't know enough about contemporary Pakistani media, but with whatever I kind of did explore, I would say that there is a gaze that's been portrayed on India, and it's the same case with India as well. There are gazes in which people look at that people look at the partition, and I think another very important part that I wanted to mention from the Indian side is that mainstream films are becoming very political. So we recently had we've had two films that have demonized the way people look at Muslims in this country itself, right? So we had a film called Kashmir Files, which was a propaganda heavy film. We had another film called Kerala Stories, which was again very propaganda heavy. A lot of the numbers that were sort of represented in these movies were forged. So I'm very scared about how things are going to go on in the future for us, because it's not like things are evolving at the right pace. If not, things are coming down at the right pace. And like you said, even with Gaddar, even with Veer and Zara, there were stereotypes. But what I found very interesting about the shows like Dastan and shows like Angan from Pakistan was that obviously there were gazes, there were different ways in which people looked at these things. But at the end of the day, there was no, I mean, people didn't shy away from critiquing their own idea of Pakistan. They didn't shy away from critiquing their decisions on the partition. So I would say that there are gaps in the way the representation has been carried out. But what I would say to that is that the only way to this is going to be good research before making a film or before making a show. So
ओके यशवी, बहुत से सवाल आ गए हैं। डॉक्टर साजिद खान जी, डॉक्टर साहब।
जी
साजिद साहब, यशवी
देखिए
को आप ना एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव फीडबैक भी दें इसकी जो रिसर्च वर्क है और जो भी सवाल और कमेंट आप करें। जी जी साजिद साहब।
जी जी, थैंक यू सो मच यशवी, वंडरफुल प्रेजेंटेशन। बेसिकली you have highlighted the different dimension of the partition. अच्छा, उसमें बेसिकली जो मेरा उस पे कमेंट कह लें या उसमें क्वेश्चन, एक तो ज़रा ऑब्वियसली हमने इसको कभी भी एज ए ह्यूमन एंगल से हमने इसको ए लेस रिसर्च एरिया है कि हमने इसको ह्यूमनिस्टिक पर्सपेक्टिव से देखते तो प्रोबेबली इसमें हम ज़्यादा बेहतर तौर पे इस इवेंट की जो ट्रू रिप्रेजेंटेशन है वो कर सकते हैं। हमने उसको हाईली पोलिटिसाइज कर दिया, और वो जो जिस किस्म के कमेंट्स भी सब आए हैं, क्वेश्चंस भी आए हैं, तो वो हर साइड का अपनी साइड के विक्टिम्स हैं और दूसरी साइड जो ओप्रेसर है और वो तो वो उस तरह के एक नरेटिव बिल्ड किया गया। और फिर जो इवन के जो इससे पार्टीशन रिलेटेड हमने लिटरेचर प्रोड्यूस किया, मतलब पाकिस्तान में उस स्टेज पे जो जिस क्लास ने लीड प्रोवाइड की लिटरेचर प्रोड्यूस करने में, स्पेशली उर्दू नावल में, उर्दू अफसाना में या पोइट्री में, उसमें जो मेजोरिटी थी वो उर्दू स्पीकिंग पॉपुलेशन थी,
हम्म,
जो कि वहां से माइग्रेट करके आई थी।
हम्म,
पार्टीशन उनके लिए एक बड़ी ट्रेजेडी के तौर पे थी।
हम्म,
और वो एक हेटेड बेस और एक खास किस्म का नैरेटिव बिल्ड किया गया, जिससे ज़ाहिर है वो जो एक वो जो नेशनल नैरेटिव्स थे या जो पॉलिटिकल पोजीशनिंग थी उसको सपोर्ट किया गया। इवन के ये जो फिल्म्स प्रोड्यूस की गई, बेसिकली ज़ाहिर है वो एक कमर्शियल वेंचर होता है। उनकी
हम्म,
ऑडियंस के बारे में वो कंसर्न्ड होते हैं कि मसलन मैंने कुछ बहुत सारी पार्टीशंस की मूवीज में पैटर्न देखा कि जो इंडियन साइड पे प्रोड्यूस की गई उसमें जो वो फीमेल करेक्टर है जो वो है वो मुस्लिम होगी, और जो मेल करेक्टर होगा वो हिंदू या सिख होगा। और वाइस वर्सा हमने यहाँ पे रिवर्स कर दिया उसको। यहाँ पे हमने वो जो मेल करेक्टर है, जो लवर है, वो मुस्लिम होगा, और जो बिलव्ड है वो या जो हीरोइन होगी
वो
वो
रेखा
हमने
होगी।
या सिख किसी को प्रेजेंट किया। और जाहिर है उसमें वो जो लोगों की सेंसिटिविटीज हैं उनको एंटरटेन करने की कोशिश की गई कि वो ऑफेंड ना हो और वो उसकी जो मार्केट है इफेक्ट ना हो। जाहिर है उसमें वो जो कमर्शियल एलिमेंट प्रोबेबली वो मौजूद रहा। और फिर डिपिक्शन भी करते वक्त ने हमने उसी तरह से डिपिक्ट किया कि वो जैसे आप कह रही थी कि ये जो रिसेंट मूवी है उसमें भी लैक ऑफ रिसर्च है। शायद लैक ऑफ रिसर्च से ज्यादा वो एक एजेंडा ड्रिवन मूव होती है
हम्म,
कि वो जो इन्वेस्टर्स होते वो चाहते होते हैं कि बिजनेस करे और उसका रिस्पॉन्स पॉजिटिव मिले। तो ये जो इस तरह के वेस्टेड इंटरेस्ट हैं उन्होंने भी प्रॉब्ली अंडरमाइन किया है इस पूरी जो रिप्रेजेंटेशन है पार्टीशन की है, वो चाहे हमारे एकेडमिक सर्कल्स में हो कि जो एकेडमिक्स ने प्रोड्यूस किया वो भी हाईली बाइस्ड और वो वन साइडेड नैरेटिव्स को प्रोड्यूस किया हमने। और सिमल्टेनियसली बहुत रेयर वॉइसेस हैं बिल्कुल हैं, कुछ फ्यू वॉइसेस हैं जिन्होंने एज ए ट्रेडी और एज ए ट्रू पर्सपेक्टिव में इसको प्रेजेंट करने की कोशिश की, लेकिन वो रेयर वॉइसेस हैं। जनरली जो मेन स्ट्रीम की चीज़ें हैं उसमें उन्होंने किया कि जिसमें बैलेंस अनफॉर्चुनेटली मेंटेन, जिन्होंने पॉपुलैरिटी गेन की तो वो अनफॉर्चुनेटली मेरे ख्याल में और उसको शायद ये जो नेक्स्ट कमिंग जनरेशन होंगी उसको हम रिविजिट करके उसको बैलेंस कर सकते हैं। क्योंकि अदरवाइज वो जो हेटेड है और मिसट्रस्ट है और वो जो नेगेटिव परसेप्शंस हैं वो प्रिवेल करेंगी, वो सस्टेन
हम्म,
करेंगी, और ज़ाहिर है उसमें दोनों कंट्रीज के लिए प्रॉब्लम्स ज्यादा होंगी। थैंक यू सो मच, आपने ऐसी इस फील्ड में वेंचर किया जो कि डिस्कोर्स को और वो जो नरेटिव्स को रिविजिट करने में हमें फैसिलिटेट कर सकती हैं। जी
Thank you
थैंक
so much, sir.
यशवी, साजिद साहब का कमेंट था, क्वेश्चन तो इसमें कोई नहीं है, तो अब आगे सवाल जो है उनकी तरफ चलते हैं। साजिद साहब बहुत शुक्रिया, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
यू।
डॉक्टर शाजिया जी, डॉक्टर शाजिया।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। यशी, पहले तो बहुत शुक्रिया आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए, बहुत अच्छी
Thank you.
प्रेजेंटेशन थी। सवाल, बस मेरा सवाल से ज्यादा मैं जो हूँ ना, मेरा कंसर्न है कि जैसे आपने कहा कि दोनों तरफ जिस तरह से प्रेजेंटेशन रही पार्टीशन की, और वैसे भी हमारा जो पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू भी उसमें नजर आता है जो एक दूसरे के बारे में है, तो इतना जो आपने रिसर्च किया और पढ़ा, कोई होप, कोई एग्जांपल ऐसी है कि इस मसले से हम निकलेंगे कैसे आगे? मतलब कहीं ना कहीं तो वी नीड टू मूव ऑन, कि
Yeah.
कब हमें फिक्र ना हो कि फिर हमें अपने दोस्त की शादी अटेंड करने आपको इधर आना हो या हमें उधर जाना हो, तो हमें फिर ये जो बाकी फिक्रें हमारे हमें लाहक है वो ना हो। तो वो
Hmm.
कब वो दिन आएगा कि हमारे बच्चे जो है, हम तो आजादी से नहीं घूम सकते, हम एक दूसरे से मिल नहीं सकते उस तरह जब चाहे, लेकिन क्या
Hmm.
आप देखती हैं फ्यूचर में आप या हमारी आगे वाली आने वाली जनरेशन जो हैं, कम से कम हम एक दूसरे से दोस्ती जो है वो सीख लेंगे?
Hmm.
कैसे होगा कुछ इस पे अगर आप थोड़ा सा कमेंट भी कर दें अपना।
But like आपने जो बोला, sir, that it's a very complicated question, firstly, because it it totally depends on the political trajectories that both the countries are kind of going to go on. And like you said, is there a hope? Is there place where we can find common ground? So I'd say that social media is one place that I did get hope from, because a lot of what comes there is kind of not regulated as much, because on mainstream media in India, in Pakistan, state actors involved ho jate hain, which makes it very complicated for people to even put out the right message. Because if it's not going to, I mean, speaking from like an Indian nationalist perspective, if you don't like the film, they will make sure it's banned. And that has happened in the past, where a lot of films had to go through a lot of things to even get released in these countries, right? So I would say that social media is still relatively unregulated because of its approach, and the oral history projects on social media. These are projects that are very positive because it brings on the stories on both ends. It brings on the kind of effect the partition has had on people, and newer generations are becoming more receptive to sort of understanding this common ground that people want. But I wouldn't say that I see the future in the next 10 years. I wouldn't say that this future is going to even happen. Honestly, I don't know the answer to that question, because anything can happen when it comes to sort of defining the relationship that both India and Pakistan have. But what I would say is that there are people that are coming together. There are people who are keeping their biases aside. And I feel like even Mukalma as a group is about interacting, right? It's about people to people interaction. We are keeping our biases aside to sort of interact with each other and create newer perspectives, newer and fresher perspectives that we have on India as a country, and on Pakistan as a country. So I would say that there is a start, but I don't know when we're going to reach the finish line. So
गुड जी जनाब शौकत साहब आर यू देयर वेरी क्विकली
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
जी शौकत साहब
जी अगर तो रिसर्च के पर्सपेक्टिव से देखा जाए तो मैडम याशवी ने बहुत ज़बरदस्त काम किया है, बहुत अच्छा काम किया है। लेकिन कंसर्न जैसे पहले लोगों ने काफ़ी सारे शो किए हैं, तो उसी तरह मुझे भी एक कंसर्न ही कह लें कि इस पे तो ठीक है, उन्होंने बात की कि मीडिया जो है ना, वो मीडिया सही तौर पे इंटरप्रेट उन चीज़ों को नहीं कर रहा जो पार्टीशन में हुई, और उसमें प्रोपेगेंडा और ये सारी चीज़ें मीडिया में मौजूद हैं, या हम इन फिल्म्स को, इन मूवीज़ को जब हम देखते हैं तो ऑब्वियसली जो नौजवान नस्ल है वो उसमें जो है ना वो एक फ्रस्ट्रेशन क्रिएट होती है, या उसमें एक वो अदावत का जो है वो आ जाती है चीज़। तो अगर इसको मज़ीद आगे इसी रिसर्च को बढ़ाते हुए हम लाइव्ड एक्सपीरियंसेस पे बात करें, और उन लोगों से लाइव्ड एक्सपीरियंसेस लें, और अब की सूरत हाल को अगर हम देखें, अभी भी मतलब ऐसा है कि जो इसकी बुनियाद थी पार्टीशन की, दो कौमी नज़रिया, तो वो अभी भी मौजूद है। उसमें इंडिया में भी यही चीज़ आ जाती है कि वहाँ गाय को कुर्बान करने पे जो है वो तसादम होता है, वहाँ मसाजिद को जो है वो गिराया जाता है। पाकिस्तान में भी कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी होंगी ऑब्वियसली। तो इसको मज़ीद हम आई थिंक कि आगे लाइव्ड एक्सपीरियंसेस की तरफ आएँ और अब की सूरत हाल को देखें कि उसमें क्या है। बाकी रिसर्च के हवाले से माशाल्लाह मैडम ने बहुत ज़बरदस्त काम किया। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
मेरा ख्याल है ये कमेंट था, इसमें क्वेश्चन है सच नहीं है, तो हम क्वेश्चन की तरफ चलते हैं। जी अमजद साहब, अमजद इस्लाम अमजद।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, आई होप आप मुझे सुन रहे होंगे।
जी जी आप बोल रहे हैं, हम सुन रहे हैं जी, सवाल कीजिए।
ओके, थैंक यू। पहले तो मैं यशवी को मतलब गुड लक कहूँगा कि इतना अच्छा उन्होंने काम किया। मेरा जो क्वेश्चन है वो उनके काम से रिलेटेड है कि बीइंग अ क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्चर, जब आप किसी भी फिनोमिना को स्टडी करते हैं तो यू गो सो डीप इनटू दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ सिचुएशन कि यू फील लाइक दैट हैपनिंग। सो व्हेन आई रेड आग का दरिया, या जब हमने कोई मूवी देखी भाग में लिखा भाग, उसमें इस किस्म की जो ट्रेजेडीज थी उनको काफ़ी वो किया गया, तो इट केप्ट इम्प्रेशन के हम बहुत दिन तक अपनी मतलब जो सुबह शामें थी वो बड़ी उदासी में गुजारी, और हमने उदास उदास रहने और सुनने वाले सॉन्ग सुने. So, as Yashvi was into all that sort of situation for a year or so, so how he capitalized on those sort of emotions, और अपनी mental health को कैसे उन्होंने फिर इस तरह की situation में जो था वो stable रखा? Thank you.
जी
Um,
यस
I think, sir, to answer your question, I would say that I was always biased towards this topic. So whenever the topic of doing a potential research project came up in my head, I knew that I wanted to do something in relation to the partition, and I think that curiosity itself was reason enough for me to keep showing up. Obviously, there were days where I was disturbed by what I consumed because it's not very normal for us to be exposed to these things. And I come from a very sheltered and privileged environment in that sense. Even in the academic spaces that I sort of indulge myself here in India is a very elite and a very exclusive space. So I've always been I come from a certain level of leverage when it comes to sort of understanding these things. And I would say that Professor Kapoor was very supportive throughout the entire thing. It was very easy for me to go and talk to her about things I felt while consuming. And another thing that was very helpful that here in university, I also took up a course that was taken by Professor Kapoor only that sort of spoke about the partition, and it also we kind of did dig deep into like on the relationship that India and Pakistan share. And what kept me going was the class discussions that we had with professor and the discussions that I had with my peers. And we did do a lot of exercises for mindfulness and for our peace of mind, so that we don't get disturbed to a point where we wouldn't want to consume things further. So I would say that the curiosity was a big factor when it came to like absorbing things. And again, like none of this would have happened if I didn't have the support that I did. So
थैंक यू बेटा. अच्छा, ये मैडम राना है, ये पहले भी ये आपकी टीचर तो नहीं है यशवी?
I don't know, sir.
अच्छा,
नहीं, not
चलिए.
really.
जी जी
जी
जी
मैं भी
मैडम.
फ्लेम यूनिवर्सिटी से हूँ.
जी जी
ओह
जरा
वाओ
थोड़ा सा
या
तारुफ
आज
भी करवाइएगा और फिर आप बात कीजिएगा. जी
जी मैंने अभी ज्वाइन किया रिसेंटली इसी सेमेस्टर में. तो अभी
Oh,
मैंने
okay.
पढ़ाना शुरू किया है. मैं सेकंड इयर्स को पढ़ा रही हूँ अभी.
Oh,
तो फोर्थ
interesting. I
ईयर
didn't
से
know
या
that.
आई एम नॉट टीचिंग फोर्थ इयर्स येट या.
Okay.
So yeah, interesting presentation. So congratulations, Yashvi. But I have a couple of questions, especially on the selection of the media sources you chose. Like, I understand you have a bias, like you're coming from India, but at the same time, I think you have this privilege of being objective. Unlike people who
Yeah.
are coming from Delhi or Punjab or even from the other side of Pakistan who were like, or whose families were affected by this. So how much I'm just understanding, because when you were referring to a lot of like media or like, for example, movies or TV shows, like Dastan you mentioned, I got to watch it like some time ago. So I'm just asking, did you also watch Pinja, a movie from Indian
Yeah.
side? And
Yeah.
could you draw some parallels, like what their similarities? Because I understand Ekta Tiger and all. I mean, those are different commercial movies,
Yeah.
but the way it is depicted in like movies or web series or TV shows like Dastan and Pinjar is quite different from Ekta Tiger. My another question is, why, like, what was the reason? Like, did you access only a set, of books, like select set of books or select set of literature or movies for that matter? And what was the reason for that you completely left, some movies you did not access? Third question, did you see any changes, evolution, or maybe some similarities, the way partition has been depicted in movies, literature, or whatsoever, sources you have accessed since 1947 until 2024, let's say? because you're talking about, you mentioned one movie, Kashmir, right? It is based on Kashmir. I forgot the name again, which you called propaganda movie. So the propaganda, like, is it now much more prominent, or was it the case earlier also? Is it to do with the government that is coming in the power, or it is still like beyond it? Like, what do you see? It is the years, it's the relationship between India and Pakistan. So yeah, these are my three questions, if you could
Yeah.
answer. And again, congratulations on your presentation.
Okay. Ma'am, I think the first thing that I'd want to answer would be that, yeah, I do have the kind of privilege to be unbiased because I don't have I've not seen the direct impact of the partition. But what I wanted to do was that I did want to get feedback on the kind of sources that I picked, because at the end of the day, my project was just for 1 year, honestly, just for 8 months as a duration. And getting to the sources itself was a process, because I didn't want things that have been spoken about already to be a part of my research. Obviously, I mean, a lot of my literature review sort of does sort of cover that. But I would say that I did try striking a balance between the Indian and the partition and the Pakistani sources of media, because obviously I didn't want to come across as being very biased, because a lot of what I think and how I think is already on like an Indian lens, because that's how I've been brought up. But what I would say is that with my books, with my films, I also kind of looked at the way both these industries have kind of evolved, right? So with books, with fiction, it's still been relatively unbiased, because a lot of the writers that have ended up writing these books are people who don't live in each of these countries, are people who've sort of have sort of moved countries and are sort of spectating their experiences from a distance. So I wanted to look at that, because it kind of gives me it kind of nudges me in the direction where I know that a lot of this is alienated in a way that they're not going to pick up sides. It's going to be purely experiential, right? So that was the first question. Second question, I mean, Pinjar and Dastan both are, I mean, with Dastan I've interacted. I've also interacted with Pinjar. I've also done my thematic analysis on both Pinjar and Dastan. Like I said before, it's the gaze, right? It's the gaze that has been sort of reinforced. What difference I could see in both these films was how they were shot and how they were more culturally sensitive towards those times. So even in Pinjar, it's a different level of abduction, where you see that she's picked up from her real family, and she's taken away. And the way the family reacted was very similar to what happened in Dastan also. So in Dastan, they show the pre-partition era in Ludhiana. They show how the violence sort of started, and then they show the real violence that happened also. And there's this one scene in the show where Banu's house is kind of attacked, and everyone except Banu and her mom are kind of killed or like injured. And there's this one sort of scene where her elder brother goes like, just strangle her to death, because we don't know what is going to happen to her after we're all dead, right? So I mean, obviously her mom doesn't get to do that, because she can't sort of muster up the courage to do so. But what I would say is that both Dastan and Pinjar kind of do highlight female experiences. They do sort of highlight how women were subjected to the brunt of the partition and any other conflict for that matter. And thirdly, coming to the evolution question that you had, my entire literature review was on sort of tracking the evolution of the partition. So initially, the immediate works that sort of came out, let's say you take A Train to Pakistan by Khushwant Singh, or you take Manto's stories on the partition. A lot of it is very immediate and it's very relevant to the violence that broke out because the wounds were relatively fresh. The getting that emotion out was the first thing to do. So a lot of the things till the 1950s, and I would say some part of the 60s were also things that sort of looked at the immediate violence. But as you move forward from the 60s, personal accounts, personal experiences, shared memories, nostalgia, the imagination of a reality that hadn't been changed. All of these things have sort of come up. And I would say that these things are still in the works. There are movies and there are books that sort of capsulate these things in one thing. But at the end of the day, I would say that the way media is sort of being regulated in India. I don't know enough about Pakistan to make this comment, but what I can say about India is that the way media is being regulated, the way media or even social media has, like the way people are reacting to the things that are created on both these on platforms like this has become very aggressive, has become very nationalist, has become very regulated. So I would say that memory projects are means of sort of connecting these things because whatever sort of represented on these memory projects is relatively unpolitical. But if you take media, if you take mainstream media, you take anything and make something that a lot of people might not agree with, especially the politicians of this country, it's going to completely become aggressive, and it's going to become very easy for these people who made these films, who are sort of acting in these films to become villains and to become national villains really quickly. So I would say that there has been an evolution, but I would say that there are recent events in the media landscape that might also contrast that evolution. So
Okay, Yashvi, thank you very much. G, last question.
First of all, I want to say a huge thank you to Yashvi. It was an extremely personal and emotional experience for me to sit through this presentation as someone who still strongly identifies with her Ludhiana roots. So most of the questions that I had have already been answered, but I just want to, again, being a student of literature, I have read extensively the Pakistani narrative when it comes to fiction. But I recently finished reading Train to Pakistan. It's just my perception, please correct me. I sort of felt that when it comes to Pakistani storytelling of the partition, maybe because of the people had to move, there's too much pain. Like somebody already mentioned that it takes you days to get out of that kind of feeling. And you can feel, and again, since I had these kind of first-hand accounts from my grandparents who had to go through so much. So when you read the Pakistani side of the story, there's so much pain and misery. The Indian side, I mean, I don't want to make any ignorant comment, but I felt that it was more philosophical, the way Khushwant Singh engaged with this kind of partition experience. So could you highlight some kind of experiences, like your observation when it comes to difference, like especially in terms of pain and trauma when the both sides, could you find any kind of differences if you could highlight?
yeah.
Secondly, I think a lot of people have already asked, but I'm also wondering, like, what's the relevance of these kind of projects right now in a country which is like on both sides? We have already shed light on it extensively. But how do you feel that these things are going to stay relevant, or what's like? I'm impressed by your research, but like, how many more projects do you think are going to make, or like, what was the reception, or how did you feel after doing the research? I mean, if you could sort of touch on that. Thank you.
So to answer your first question, I would say that the extent to which the partition sort of affected India and Pakistan is going to be different. I don't think I'm equipped enough to compare both these experiences, but what I can say is that with India, given its volume, given its space, I mean, given the size of the country itself, right? There were two or three regions that were very, very affected by the partition. But if you look at the Pakistani side, I feel like the entire foundation of the nation itself is kind of like the aftermath of the partition. So I feel like that itself, to start with, is a very big difference, right? So I think one would be that. And I think again, like, I don't want to go on the path where I sit and sort of compare traumas on both ends, because I would say that one limitation of this project was that it was only bound to around 8 to 6 months. So I don't think I'm in a position to sort of comment on the comparison between both these experiences. But what I can say is that even with Khushwant Singh, he takes a very philosophical approach when it comes to the partition, is because of how he sort of engages with things, right? So I feel like it really comes down to the voice of the artist. And also, when it comes to representations in on partition, there was another book that I sort of looked at, which is called Cracking India by Bapsi Sidhwa, that kind of looks at the partition through a person who has nothing to do with India or Pakistan. It's a Parsi living in Lahore, and it's not taking religious sides, at least when it comes to the partition. They just don't want to interfere. But what I can say is that that book was very powerful for me, because it kind of did look at both, like, the entire situation in a very neutral and in a very critical sense, that why are people doing it? It was questioning the very foundation of the partition itself, right? So I would say that there are differences because the experiences have been very different. But I would also argue that the entire partition narrative itself is so subjective, because it was done on such a large scale that comparing experiences of both the Indian and the Pakistani side itself is going to be wrong, because I would say that there are very, very complex layers when it comes to understanding the partition. So yeah, and I think coming to your second question about how coming back to your second question about how this propaganda or this nationalist sentiment in India, and I wouldn't know enough about Pakistan, but I would say that the impact of this is just a nudge to kind of change the way we look at media and not blindly trust what's coming out. So I'm not saying this in an academic sense. I'm not saying this in a sense where you should kind of agree with everything you see. But I would say that if you add visual layers, if you add narratives that look so believable on screen, that a very large fraction of the audience can get influenced by it very easily, and the way they think about this is going to be very similar, right? So because in a lot of ways the filmmakers are showing what people want to see rather than showing what they should see, what they should actually capture on screen. And I feel like a lot of it is politicized, a lot of it is coming from a place of not getting into trouble with the governments, right? So for me, it was kind of like a step in the direction of just changing the way you look at media and taking a step back and questioning it, and sort of also looking at it in a way that people are going. I mean, you also need to understand that that on, like, at the end of the day, it is going to be about the human to human sort of approach when it comes to understanding the partition. So I feel like in a lot of ways, this project for me was to sort of unlearn. It was very personal, because I feel like I was brought up with 21 years of conditioning, with social conditioning, because of how I've been brought up. And I would say that this project did sort of equip me with looking at things differently, and it kind of counter argued a lot of my biases. It did sort of have a lot of contrasting perspectives that I didn't know were true. So I would say this was also a personal project. This was also a project to sort of get to know this one event that I've always been so curious about. So even in the broader implications, I feel like it pushes us to critique what's being made. It's not always about sort of agreeing with things. It's about questioning things. So yeah.
ओके यशवी, आपकी सुपरवाइजर को मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि उनका कमेंट हम लें। एक मिनट यशवी, आपका डिफेंस हो गया यूनिवर्सिटी में?
Yes sir, it's done, it's submitted.
जी डॉक्टर।
थैंक यू। यशवी ने बहुत मेहनत की और उसने बहुत दिल से काम किया और मुझे बहुत फक्र है उसके काम पे। एंड थैंक यू शाहिद साहब एंड शुमाइला कि आपने उसको ये मौका दिया कि वो अपना काम पाकिस्तानी ऑडियंस के सामने रख सके और उसको आप सबसे फीडबैक मिले, और ये उसके लिए भी मुझे पता है ये बहुत बड़ी चीज़ थी, तो थैंक यू।
इतना मजा आया, मतलब माशाल्लाह से इंडिया से जितने लोगों ने हमें हमारे ग्रुप को ज्वाइन किया है ना, हमारी मतलब बड़ी जबरदस्त एडिशन है। तो हम सबको पाकिस्तान की तरफ से आप सबको हम बहुत वार्मली वेलकम करते हैं।
अच्छा, एक छोटा सा ऑन अ लाइटर नोट एक कमेंट मैं करना चाह रहा था, डायरेक्ट नहीं, किसी ने सवाल किया था, तो वो फीलिंग मतलब मैं वो फील हाईलाइट करना चाहता हूँ कि असरात जो हैं वो पार्टीशन के भी हैं, और कुछ जो जो तारीख जिस तरह से हमने पढ़ाई है, मतलब पाकिस्तान स्टडीज के भी हैं, वो समझ आ जाते हैं। और आपकी तरफ भी मतलब जिस तरह से तारीख जो है वो रीराइट अब जो की जा रही है, तो उसके भी होंगे। जाहिर है ये तो मतलब एक स्टेट लेवल के जो नैरेटिव्स हैं, डॉक्टर साजिद ने इसकी बात भी की थी, तो वो हमें समझ आता है कि किस तरह की एक इंटेलेक्चुअल जो जो इन्वायरमेंट है उसमें सोशलाइज कैसे हुए हैं। तो मेरे ख्याल में इसमें इस प्रोजेक्ट में जो सबसे बड़ी बात थी ना, वो बेसिकली ह्यूमन डायमेंशन को हाईलाइट करता है। तो ये इसका है, और यही वो बात है जो जो मिसिंग रही है, जो स्टेट नैरेटिव्स में जो मिसिंग रही है। इसको डॉक्टर इरम ने बड़ा अच्छा इसको कमेंट में बयान किया था। तो वो तो इररिस्पेक्टिव टू योर आइडेंटिटी, जैसे यशवी ने भी कहा कि आइडेंटिटी जो है वो अपनी जगह पे, जो जो पॉलिटिकल आइडेंटिटी है, उसके साथ जो बाकी इश्यूज हैं, वो ह्यूमन इश्यूज जो हैं, वो उस तरह से दोनों साइड्स पे वो महसूस किए गए हैं। और यशवी, एक मैं आपसे ये कहूँगा, जब आप इस काम को एक्सटेंड करें तो डॉक्टर शुमाइला से जरूर इंटरव्यू।
मैं ये कहना चाह रही थी कि जो इंडिया और पाकिस्तान है, इनके लोग जो हैं ये आपस में बहुत ज्यादा, मैंने जो ऑनलाइन देखा है, मैंने ऑनलाइन बहुत काम किया है, और जिसमें मैंने जो देखा है, बहुत ज्यादा ऑब्जर्व किया है, वो इंडिया और पाकिस्तान के लोग एक दूसरे के साथ मिलकर बहुत ज्यादा ऑनलाइन काम कर रहे हैं। तो अगर वो ऑनलाइन काम कर सकते हैं तो ऑब्वियसली वो ऑफलाइन भी काम कर सकते हैं। हमारे लोगों में और वहाँ के लोगों में इतनी टेंडेंसी पैदा हो रही है, मेंटल और इमोशनल, कि वो एक दूसरे के साथ मिलके काम कर सकते हैं आफ्टर इफेक्ट ऑफ द पार्टीशन। मैं ये बात कर रही हूँ।
जी
सर अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मैं हैंड रेस करना चाह रही थी लेकिन हैंड नहीं रेज हो रहा। मैं सर कह रही हूँ रिसर्चर क्या रोल कर सकते हैं इसमें? रिसर्चर हैं सारे, तो वो क्या रोल अदा कर सकते हैं?
यशवी, मैं ना अब यशवी को नहीं मौका दूंगा, मैं आपके सवाल का जवाब नहीं दे दूंगा। रिसर्चर यही कर सकते हैं कि वो ह्यूमन डायमेंशन को हाईलाइट करें, ह्यूमन कनेक्टिविटी को हाईलाइट करें, और जो ह्यूमन बेसिक इश्यूज हैं उनको हाईलाइट करें।
जो हमारी सेंचुरीज ओल्ड रिलेशनशिप हैं, रेशियल जो है वो तकरीबन बहुत सारे हैं, लेकिन इकट्ठे रहे हैं इतना, तो वो तो कभी खत्म नहीं ना हो सकते। हमारे कल्चरल ट्रेडिशंस एक हैं, बेशुमार चीजें एक हैं, वो एक सरहद खींची गई है तो वो खत्म तो नहीं ना कर सकती।
ऐसे ही है, बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे,
स्टेट लड़ती रहे लेकिन अवाम तो नहीं लड़ना चाहते लोग।
ऐसे ही है, ऐसे ही, बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे। तो बहुत शुक्रिया सबका। यशवी, वेरी वेल डन अगेन। डॉक्टर सलोनी, थैंक यू वेरी मच। खुश रहें, सलामत रहें।